Here we go, here we go. Aloha, my beautiful ones, to the full moon ritual. Here we go. There we go. Now live. So, just for you to know what I'm doing, what I have prepared when we get started is this is some form of smudging. And I like to burn this in the beginning so that we have a room cleanse of the space. Um, So I'm adding it here. It has a very particular smell, of course, to take the energies that are not needed right now for those to go away. And I'll take a moment asking my spirit guides and all the spirit guides out there that would like to be part of this ritual to come and join me, to cleanse this space, to set the intention. May this space be a safe space for anybody wanting to be part of it right now, or maybe even in the recording afterwards. Calling in all the four directions, all the four elements, and of course, calling in our beautiful full moon to support us on our journey today. And while we just did this, the first smudging is already happening. So I already have a mixture here. I'll show you in a sec. It's not much left that I have here, but it's a little bit that I still have left from previous saging that I like to use with cinnamon. And I'm just reminding myself to bring some more. But that's it, right? So if you're participating right now or are looking for something for yourself right now, I highly recommend getting cinnamon, cloves, and bay leaves, because especially bay leaves can help us manifest what we want to attract into our lives. And today's full moon is all about that. It's all about connecting yourself, aligning with your spirit guides, and then bringing it together. And that's why I'm going to go get some more bay leaves. See, these are three things that I have right there with me. Um, cinnamon sticks, bay leaves. Um, we should always keep them very close to us. So I'm gonna take one and break it a little bit. I always like, whenever I feel like I can't break it myself, I'll just use, the backside of scissors. And I'll just add that to my mix. Because I like it. Cinnamon, I just love cinnamon. It brings in warm. It's a wonderful smell when, burning it. It calls in abundance. It's a beautiful and wonderful is it called herb that we can use, you know, for what we do here. Um, I like the smell. I mean, if you're not a big fan, I completely understand. There's probably other things that you can find. I just keep on using the backside of the scissors to make it smaller pieces because I like for them to fit in that little spoony thing that I have. I think half of it is enough for now. And then adding some cloves. And the bay leaves that I love, and I'm just realizing I need to buy a new pack of bay leaves. I'm keeping the big one so that I can write something on it for today's ritual. And the rest I'm pouring in just like so. There goes this part. And this one, I mean, you can't really, I just rip it in small. I tear it. Is it called tearing? Little pieces. And voila, that's a very simple, quick saging that you can do that is just by itself with its energy calling in abundance. And here's what it looks like right now. And now I'm going to see if I can crush it a little bit more. I love that I have my witchy stuff right there. I'm gonna brush it a little bit. Sorry if this sounds a little bit hard. And if you're wondering why why I'm doing this ritual with my wet hair, it's part of making a ritual like this is very important for me also to do a good cleansing beforehand. It wasn't as deep as I wanted to, but with everything happening today, there was so much stuff happening that I said, as long as I managed to do my routine cleansing under the shower, energetic cleansing that I do under the shower, that should be enough. So here we go. It's a little bit crushed. I don't want to crush it too much. And then, just put it on for the nice smell, for the nice support of these herbs that we are going to have here with the ritual. All right. So as a good cyber witchy, of course, I've chosen a couple of ways that will help us, get into the manifesting on a digital level. And this is something that I have been practicing, with ChatGPT, which is using, ChatGPT to help us actually write down what we want to have, what we want to create in our lives, so that it becomes more, maybe more tangible, sort of. Yeah, and this is something that I read a couple of weeks ago in already in Instagram in a reel that I thought was amazing. And actually I've seen it in different kinds of reels. And so, I'm gonna use that. I have my own GPT created, uh, which means that it already gave ChatGPT sort of like my voice, how I want, how I want to sound, how I talk about things, because it has received my oracle cards. And I'm using that, of course, to write it down. But just for you to know, in case you want to do it right now, I'm gonna put on some nice music, and then we can all, just use the time to reflect on what it is that you truly want. What is it? What is your desire? What do you want to create in your life? What do you want to call into your life? Because from now on to beginning of January, this is our time to set the motion for 2025. And for the next weeks and months, of course. The more we set the intention, the better it is, So this is where we can, take a moment to really become clear. And if there's something that you're not very clear on, just, breathe, take a moment, you know, and become clear of that. All right, let me share my computer audio, share sound, and then where's this special music that I created with AI as well yesterday? Um, there we go. Here we go. Yes. So whether you want to do it with ChatGPT or whether you want to do it by yourself, take a moment to reflect on what it is you truly want to create, want to call into your life. And for those of you using ChatGPT or any kind of AI tool like this, write down all the things that you want to have for yourself, that you want to create, that you desire. Sorry. Then tell the AI to tell you a story of a day in the life of as my future self based off these descriptions, and then add your desires. And then use that to reread it for yourself, to get into the energy of your future life, because it's going to be a little story about yourself. And if you like to, you can go even one step further and ask the AI to create you a daily schedule to follow, to allow yourself to be in that life. All right. Oh, and if you feel like sharing something, just write it in the chat below. read it. All right, my beautiful ones, coming back out of this part of the ritual. I love playing, especially the last part, playing with, asking to receive a guidance, a daily guidance, which, me being a projector is a little different. But then I gave the AI the information, and that helped. But I love the story. I love how this is helping. So one step that I would take even further, just to let you know, like how I would, I will probably end this, is that I will take the story that AI wrote for me of my perfect day, and I will ask it to create a song lyric of this, in Caribbean soca reggae style, because that's the music that I like. And then I will have it create a song for me with those things included. And then I will use that song as well. So I will use both. I will use, on one hand, the story to immerse myself in the story, but on the other hand, also to immerse myself musically, with something that I can dance and feel like that, because I enjoy it in that way too. Yes. So that's it from my side, my beautiful ones. I would really go out there and say thank you for anybody being there, part of today. Being part of this journey that we did today. It was fun. I'm looking forward to doing the next one with you as well, when a new moon time. I'm gonna leave this one up for now, but for future we're gonna have the recordings of these events inside of the Patreon group. But until that, is thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being part of this. Saying goodbye to all our beautiful spirit guides that participated today. You may stay or you may leave. It's free. You're free to stay if you like. And I'm going to round it up, burning a little bit of this wonderful thing that maybe you know of. Is called Palo Santo. And I know that many believe that Palo Santo is good for cleansing. Yeah, well, it's good against mosquitoes. I'm not sure anymore if it's good for cleansing, because I've read in different parts that it doesn't have actually cleansing energy. It has energies that hold things, that make them whole, that brings them together. So I actually started using it, for moments like today, where it's more about affirming, everything that I just did, where I asked my spirit guides, this is where I want to go. This is what I see, how I see my future going. That's when I use Palo Santo like this today. So I will leave it on my piece of coal so that it will take in the room a little bit more. And with this said, my beautiful ones, thank you again for being part of this today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was something that helped you too. And with all of this, as always, from my heart to your heart, stay magical and see you next time.